Hello YouTube viewers. You haven't missed much. I've only been waffling and I had to get my pad as well. I left it downstairs like an idiot. But anyway, not like an idiot, as an idiot, but we'll get past that. We'll struggle on. So, Scoundrel M in the Demon Ruins. Sounds like a Cluedo scenario. Okie dokie. So, where am I? That's the question. I kicked off last time and finished just having fought some kind of fiery demon guy who liked to jump in the air and smash you with his buttocks. I'm pretty sure that was something. That was a thing, right? That happened. Yeah, he was through there or something. Was he? Hello. Wasn't expecting you. Yeah. Fire, we've seen it, we know what's going on here. There we go. Nice and simple. Nothing too strenuous. 600 souls, I must have spent them all at the end. Or catastrophically lost them in some hideously emasculating manner. Emasculating is probably the wrong word to use there. I'm not suggesting that manliness should be measured in Dark Souls. I'm sure there are plenty of women out there who love a bit of Dark Souling. 3 of you, eh? There we go, all sorted out. Lovely, lovely. Right. So normally I've got my regulars in who give me sage advice and dispense wisdom at the required areas, but it looks like no one's turned up yet. I'll have to wait and see if anyone pops up in the chat to say hi. Right, I think this one goes up to Quilag's domain. I think we can stand a bit of Quilag's domain. Never hurt anybody except for me. The number of times I attempted to defeat Quilag. Such memories. Right, that's where Quilag's sister is, who I can't talk to because apparently I don't have the requisite items. That's back to where I was going, sort of. Actually, maybe I could have another crack at that boss guy who's behind all the... Hello, Kiezu! Am I mauling your name? Am I pronouncing it wrong? Have I done something absolutely unforgivable to you? Will you unfollow, or not unfollow because you haven't followed, but will you disengage immediately in a huff because I said Kiezu instead of whatever else it could be? Sinister Elements! Hello! I see you've sorted your Xbox connection issues out. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for letting me use your music. Anyone who was watching earlier will have seen, will have heard a little bit of Sinister Elements music because I use it in all my breaks. It's jolly good stuff. Pour it into your ears. See what happens. I think you'll like the effects. Not at all. I do try to pronounce people's names right. I get a lot of international people coming to watch me. Lots of Europeans are my regulars, and I always worry if I'm pronouncing their names in a way that is unforgivably ridiculous. Of course, I don't even know if you are someone from a foreign nation to myself. You could be English. That's entirely possible, but so far every English eye that has fallen on this stream has been directly attached to somebody I know, indeed embedded in the front of their skull. I did just earlier get a little retweet from the inimitable Jeff Green. He's been streaming Dark Souls for a while now, and I've been watching his stream. I didn't watch all of his Dark Souls 1 stream, which is how come I've got no idea what's coming up most of the time in this. Oh, good. Why don't you talk and try and... Yeah. Oh. As this is a nice little neat demonstration. Right at the beginning of the stream, we're getting in and saying, this is the level of the guy who's playing. He's nothing special. He's no champion of Dark Souls. But he's good enough. Good enough to make it barely. If only I had more humanity, I could do that invasion people told me about here. But I am hollowed, and therefore ineligible for invasion. It's not often you long for invasion, but since I found out it was an NPC, gotta do it. Gotta do it for completeness sake. Anyone who saw last stream will have heard my original reaction to seeing 4, 5 or so of these demons arrayed in front of me. I always forget their names. The amount of pain I poured into fighting them. Hooray! Jeff Green! Whoop whoop! Yeah. I'm much obliged by that retweet. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but that was pretty cool of him. If 1% of his viewership come and see me, I'll have doubled my viewing figures. Woo! EU, Finland. Ah, we've had another Finn in here before. That's Finn number 2. Is that an offensive contraction of your nationality? I know sometimes if you shorten the nationality, it becomes the de rigueur insulting term for that nationality. Whoa! Yeah, that's it. I'm paying attention. My mind is on Finland when it should be right here. Ha! There we go. That showed him. That's how you do it. I'm sorry, but would you have preferred if I lied to you? Would it have been better if I whispered sweet lies into your ears and buttered you up, only for you to find out that a fellow Finn was in the stream? That would surely have been more heartbreak. That would have been far worse. No, I think breaking it to you early on was the right thing to do. As painful as it was, as much heartache as it caused, if even for a moment, I think I stayed on the side of right there. Yeah, you're right. I should have gone with the dark side that time. I should have just taken the dark side points and been done with it. I have to say, from what I know of the Finnish language, I imagine it enforces good spelling, because you get some, relative to other languages, some very unusual combinations of letters going on in there. Unless that's an artifact of being translated to English. I don't know. You don't have you use the same alphabet as English, don't you? Do you? I don't know. Maybe you've got some of them Scandinavian style and doo-doos over the letters. I don't know. I'm certainly not about to attempt to speak any Finnish. I did with my first German viewer. I reeled out what little German I knew, but I fear the little Finnish I know, which is actually none, would probably fall quite flat. I'm running back up into Queelag's domain. What am I doing? Oh, I see. So you got a few frills, a few little accents and trills on your language, on your writing. It's always good. Sometimes I feel like English is missing that. Sometimes you really want to put one of those double Motorhead O dots into a word. Yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for a direction I should be going in, I've kind of, since killing Fatty and Skinny, Ormstein and Smaug, I've kind of lost direction. I've become a bit of a wanderer in Dark Souls. So I've not really got any kind of focus to go to. I sort of came out, and where I'd been battling so hard against them for so long and bashing my head against a brick wall, I came out and just started slaughtering bosses left, right and centre, paying no attention to what they were and why I was slaughtering them. And now I'm sort of standing around going, duh, I have a sword. And, you know, that's about the size of it. And now I'm drawing in people from the Honourable Mr. Green's stream. I feel like I should be stepping it up a notch. I should be doing extra special stuff. And you've come to me floundering, wandering around aimlessly. Wait a minute, this is that poison swamp up there. I've committed so much time running up here that now even going to the poison swamp doesn't seem so bad. It's not that far from a... Oh wait, I don't think I've got any purple moss. That's probably a bad idea. Everybody just buckle in and stick tight, because we're going back through Queelag's lair. And my phone is going mental for some reason. Soldiers ask no questions. I imagine you're right. I don't have any extensive experience with soldiers, other than in a pub context, which is probably not the best place to acquire knowledge on the subject of soldiery. I mean, you could probably acquire quite a lot, but maybe some kind of military academy would be a better thing. Maybe I would have benefited from being sent to the military academy that was threatened to Bill and Ted. That was Alaskan, I believe. Hang on a minute, there's a bonfire there. I can choose to warp wherever I want. Oh yeah, showing off the pro skills here. Really looking cool. This guy was amazingly polite. I kind of feel glad that I was warned off killing these guys with the sort of buboes, whatever these things are, the growths on their backs. Because if I hadn't been warned off, I would have brutally slaughtered him, and I would never have heard his obsequious tones. Right, I can't level up or do anything really. I may as well repair the equipment while I'm here. Uchigatana, that needs repairing. And the longbow, we'll forget about the S-stock on the side. Also, a little bird told me a wonderful story. Yeah, the excitement of Stairmaster exercise, that's what it is. Right, where was I? Boop, 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 boop. I was going to put in the mail breaker in my offhand instead of the shield, because I hear it's a splendid addition to any would-be parrier's arsenal. And I don't want any non-splendid additions to my arsenal, and I intend to be a parrier, so seems like the bill fits. Although, don't tell me I sold it to that world serpent. Oh, that really would be terrible, because people were warning me. They were saying, turns out some really cool stuff is worth bugger all, so don't sell it, just in case. And yeah. Oh, disaster. The reckless thumbs of the scoundrel M smash him into defeat yet again. Okay, we'll keep the shield. And we'll rest at the bonfire again to gain access to the warp. Warp speed. Dark Souls. So, any preferences on where to go, people watching? I'm going to throw this out because... oh, I don't suppose you know where I've been. Who have I killed? There's been a few. Okay, rather than mucking around and waiting for the stream to catch up with people's suggestions, for now, I'll just go to Firelink. I'll have a little bimble around in Firelink, go down the graveyard way, and I've never been past the graveyard. So I think I'll go to the graveyard, and I'll fight through into that little cave where the flying skull fires the fireball at me and the skeletons don't die. And I'll see what comes of it. You know, I'm only carrying 2,000 odd souls. It's not, whoops, it's not the end of the world if I lose them. What's that? Oh, the world serpent snoring. Oh, beautiful world serpent with your floppy ears and ginormous teeth. If only you could be my dad. I don't know where that came from. Here we go. Can't tell the difference between dismembered spinning body parts and animating skeletons. Scary times. Whoa! Should lock on really, I'm just showing off now. Trying to pretend I've got mad skills with a Z and all. Okay, you scallywags. Let's see how you like the taste of incredibly sharp Uchigatana shoe. Ah, don't shit talk monsters. It only ends in trouble. There we go. Gotta stop that. I keep trying to bring the smack talk to the game, and I've got to remember that Dark Souls can't hear me. You can go to his nest. The World Serpent's nest. Do you mean the little shrine thing down the bottom? What? You can be a crow baby? Or a raven baby? I don't know what that is. What kind of bird is that? I mean, I'm seeing a blackbird, black beak, but I'm not really an expert on the identification of birds. I'm no ornithologist. A twitcher. I'm not even a twitcher. Which I think may confuse some people because that's a colloquial English term for a bird watcher. So, where's the nest then? I see the bird. I see no nest. Oh, up there, up there. So how does one... How does a Dark Souls guy rolling through his Dark Souls day get to that kind of altitude here? Is that something that's sensible, or is this going to be some kind of perilous jumping nightmare? Because jumping is not my forte. Certainly, jumping has led to a few deaths. Certainly, incredibly impacted health bars, if not death. Where did I put my glass of water? I'm getting quite thirsty. Curses, it's miles over there. I'm going to have to stand up to get it. Well, I'll soldier through the cottonmouth for now. Quite the conundrum. Not perhaps one for me to unpick with my addled mind. I'm probably in the wrong place here. Maybe there's some steps or something out here. Nope, no way up. It's a mystery. A true secret of the universe, yet to be unlocked by human minds. Or perhaps not. Perhaps it's just sacred knowledge that has not been imparted to me. Oh, a bit of a slide there. Oh, it's these guys. I don't want any of your crazy god magic. Get out of my face. This is my first run through. You expecting me to start throwing spells around? Surely your first run through of Dark Souls has to be swords and shields. It's the only way. Vanilla, if you will. If you're having your first milkshake ever, it's got to be vanilla. It's the introductory genre staple. How did I get onto talking about milkshakes while playing Dark Souls? Hold on a minute. I think I've got an idea. This is almost certain to result in a humiliating death. Yeah, that'll do. I'm up high, and there's stuff to walk on. Anything over here? It doesn't look like it. No, that's not the way. That's not the way. Oh yeah, that looks like a jump or something. That doesn't look good. That's not normal. Ah, poo. Could one theoretically... Oh, chests. 3. What? What? Hello? Where have you been? Uh-oh. Ooh, that could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone a lot worse. Let's have a quick glug of the old Estus in case one of these or more turn out to be mimics. Cracked red eye orb. 4 of them. I'll have to find out what they do in a minute. Morning star and a talisman. Talismans, they're not for me. And 6 homeward bones. I must have quite a stock of those. I've been kind of not using them as much as people suggest. Oh, and a lovely chest with a spectacular view. Lloyd's talisman. Lloyd's talisman. Okay, let's get back up to safety. I probably was already safe there, but let's get back up here. Even if I didn't get into the bird's nest, let's not go giving it the wrong name and looking stupid. I didn't get into the bird's nest. I did get some loot, some booty, some swag indeed. If you can think of any other synonyms for treasure retrieved by pillaging or looting, please do chime in, let me know. I don't know if JC Experience and Sinister Elements are still watching, but you're being outdone by the lone Finn. Currently the number one stream Finn. You can take that away from this. You can know that even though you weren't the first, you were, for however long it lasts, number 1. Right. Let's have a look at all this booty. Booty. indeed, Booty. Lloyd's Talent prevents Estus recovery within a limited area. Oh, I've got 4 of them. I thought that was a thing, not a consumable. Dung pie. Turns enemy toxic, but also affects player. And the cracked invade another world. I've not done that before, but I think I'll hold off on that for now. That sounds like that's going to end in humiliating defeat. Let's at least try and maintain a shred of dignity for the early stages of this stream. It was a fine horde. Not Smaugian, definitely not Dragon Horde in its scope, but pretty damn good. Oh, I was rootin' tootin' booty lootin' there. I'll have to come down again, otherwise I'll end up getting squished. Here we go. Backseat gaming. Oh, this yeah, no spoilers, but no major spoilers. Like, if I'm using a ridiculous tactic to try and defeat someone, or for example, if you wanted to point me in the direction of a ledge that would distractions, or point me in the direction of a ledge that will get me into the bird's nest to pretend to be its offspring. Watch those edges. That's what they say. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, I'm not going to use my Dark Souls face yet. That was not an event that requires Dark Souls face. That was an event for shame face. The kind of face pulled by a dog that is pissed on a carpet. Or that should be pulled by a dog that's pissed on a carpet. Not necessarily. I'm sure there are many rebellious dogs who smirk wryly when they are accused of floor wetting. Uh-oh. No, this looks like it's a stick place. A stick place? It's a sticking place. So I don't know, you can't jump from a stand, but maybe I could roll onto it. I probably should Estus before trying it. Ah, poop! Oh yes, my policy. It's like if there's a big monster around the corner that's going to jump out and smack me, just revel in that knowledge and keep it to yourself, so everyone gets the fun of the scare. But you know, if I'm like really doing something idiotic or going somewhere suboptimal, if you think there's a better place I could go, please do chime in. I'm not referring to any guides outside of the chat, so anything that comes from the Twitch chat is legit, and anything that comes from a guide that I've looked up outside is heresy and must be punished with burning at the stake. So I won't be doing any of that. Certainly not keen on the idea of being burnt at the stake. It seems like an incredibly unpleasant way to die. Not the kind of thing you'd want. So, I think my lift shenanigans are probably on the right track, but I don't know if I should keep up with this platforming buffoonery, or if I should head out and try and do some combat, because that's what people watching streams want. They want screaming and bloody murder. Bloodshed. Chaos. War. Ooh, blimey, I nearly knocked my entire rig over. Don't gesticulate too wildly, scoundrel. That would be a terrible thing to do. Here we go. Up we go. No, this was the wrong way. What am I playing at? I'm like some kind of idiot. That's cool. That's a good policy, you know. You never know what I'll stumble across by idiotic wandering. How far in the game? Right, I'll try and list off the bosses I've killed. Oh, I know you want to see me fall off ledges. Your delight in my pain is well known. I have felt waves of joy coming from you at my moments of darkest anguish. But that's okay. At least you're watching. That's what counts, right? So can I jump onto this? Is this going to be... Am I talking suicidally here? Is this run...
No. No. Unacceptable.
That probably wasn't good for you, Chunky Nut. You didn't want to see a controlled roll from a ledge like that. You wanted to see a jaw-dropping, eye-watering, backward walk away from an enemy off of a cliff. That's what you're waiting for. Everybody around the world will know it happened when the sound of your belt buckle clattering around your ankles rings out through the air. Oh, Jeremy, sorry. I don't mean to impugn your dignity. It was indeed a log way down. I'm just chugging Estus flasks like I don't need them ever. I bet you do. Oh, please excuse my dreadful yawn.
Unforgivable behaviour. Ban this stream immediately.
A poet? I don't think I'm a poet. Okay, here we go. Ah! Abra has followed me. Does he have another friend called Abra and a friend called Kadabra? I wonder. It's entirely possible. Ooh. 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 The distances involved there were not quite plank lengths, but certainly tiny, tiny things. Alakazam, indeed. So many magic words out there. I mean, you've got your basic please and thank yous and all the different language variations, but beyond that you've also got your abracadabras, your alakazams, your a la peanut butter sandwiches, which I think was out of the Muppets, wasn't it, or Sesame Street? Can anyone else think of magic words? The first person to be able to type in the words from around the door in The Hobbit that are written in Elvish wins my respect. Because I believe us Euro streamers can't give out prizes and gifts. So
shame! Feel the burning shame of the fall.
Ah! Oh, hello. What's going on here? This little room's different. I don't think I've been in here. Let's smash the pots. Let's get Zelda on this shit. Oh, I see. It's just a little nook, a cranny, a crevice. Pokemon references. Oh man, I'm just that little bit too old to get Pokemon references. There's things happening in my chat that I cannot ken. Open Sesame, indeed. Is that originally from Alibaba, or is it Aladdin, the Genie in the Lamp story? Or is that just something that's been invented by British Panto? Now then, let's not take this to a dark place. Even though it's Dark Souls. Maybe I should take it to a dark place, but I'm not sure if I would alienate some of the green stream, all those people who so kindly took note of that retweet. What a glorious retweet it was as well. I mean, I've had a couple of miracles while playing Dark Souls happen, and there was discussion of me being put forward as a pope or even a saint if I could get beatified. But I think an even better candidate for beatification would probably be Jeff Green. I think he'd make a better saint, right? He's Jewish, that's more like Jesus, isn't it? I think that's how it works, right? Religion and all that. Probably from the 30s film. Yeah, probably. It is a strange magical phrase. Open Sesame. I mean, sesame? It's just a kind of seed, isn't it? It doesn't really have any kind of connotations of opening to it, does it? It doesn't make you think, oh yes, now I get it, open sesame. It's just like a very terse order from a chef who wants something fried. It's just requesting a particular kind of oil. Please excuse me if there are some horrific smacky noises coming from my mouth, but it's getting quite dry. I may have to abandon seat for a moment and go grab myself a glass of water. Well, not that far, it's only behind me over there. It'll take but a second to retrieve. I beg your pardon? And you had to take it to a sexual violence place. I'm trying to avoid all that crazy misogynistic madness in my stream. This is a stream for the masses, a stream for the people. A stream to be viewed by any and all. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing I won't say anything that will won't offend anybody. But, you know, I'm trying to keep it nice. Friendly. Ooh! Estes, yes. We, quadruple X stream. That's even worse than triple X. I'm not. My mind is suddenly going down a deeply Twitter terms of service violating route, and I believe the words that were formulating around my cerebellum should probably not be pushed forward unto my lips and teeth. Oh shit! I don't know why I ran back onto that. I don't particularly want to go back down here. That's true, but you know, statistics and numbers being all what they are. Someone mentioned sexual violence, which probably, I don't know even if mentioning it is setting off Twitter alarms. There's alarms, there's a big red siren in Twitter HQ going off, going, alert, alert, terms of service violation, disconnect account, boo! You'll just get static. You'll all wonder what happened, and then the special response team will kick my door in, throw a bag over my head and drag me off to some kind of dark interrogation suite where lawyers from Disney will probe me about my lifestyle choices for hours on end. Oh, the horror, the horror! Hang on a minute, why have I taken the stream to such a dark place? And why, while doing it, have I aimlessly wandered up and down stairs, through corridors, and done absolutely nothing? Oh, sinister elements. You had to take it to the animal place. You had to put a little dash of zoophilia into the conversation. That's not good. This is spiralling out of control. Oh, that is an excellent position to hold, Chunky Nut. I will not argue with that. I mean, let's all get on that bandwagon. No more sexual violence. I mean, that is a good thing. I'm thinking, talking about it like this, I should probably put a button to donate to some kind of relevant charity on my stream. Right, okay, enough inane babble. I'm just jibber-jabbering now and sitting here. You came here to see some Dark Souls. You came to see the fruits of From Software, and I'm sitting here flapping my gums like some kind of borderline psychotic. So we will go to Firelink and have another couple of cracks at climbing that little edifice and see if we can get into the nest, because we'll see what happens. Crisis charity. Yeah. Maybe when someone clicks on the link, I could... Now, I don't know if this is in... I know this is in poor taste. What am I saying? I don't know if this is in poor taste. But I feel the joke is, although now bigged up too much, it's going to fall flat. But it was worth it. And now I've stepped into a place where it's not worth it. But I've backed myself into a corner and I have to do it. And I'd take the sound effect, a little snippet from RoboCop after he's just shot that guy through the legs. And I'd play it when you click on the donate button.
Madam, you have been through an intense emotional trauma. I will refer you to a rape crisis center.
That is not... That sounds more like Unicron than RoboCop. That was a terrible impersonation. I'm not on form. As you can see by me walking up to the World Serpent and coming back. Refuge. Okay. Maybe I'll do that. I'll have to atone for the terrible direction this whole stream conversation has gone in. I will have to place a charity button for an appropriate charity, and I'll do a live stream especially to raise atonement money. How dare we bring the subject up? Oh, hello. Retrieval. Optimus Prime voice. I definitely will need a glass of water to attempt an Optimus Prime voice. And again, dare I ask, which kind of Optimus Prime voice would be appropriate? I mean, there's the animated series Optimus Prime voice, there's the Michael Bay movie Optimus Prime voice. Please excuse me, I have to spit if I speak the name of the franchise. Nope, not going to use that word. The franchise destroyer. We'll stick with that. Let's stay away from incendiary language on the internet. This is a public place. This is the kind of place where things get said that get resaid by other people, and the full weight of all sorts of weird and wonderful groups can come crushing down on you. A Soundwave voice. Oh, Soundwave, how did he sound? Madam, you have... Soundwave, did Soundwave sound like this? No, Soundwave didn't sound like this. Soundwave sounded nothing like that. He had a sort of synthy voice. He had an 80s voice. Maybe I could get on this bit and run around there. Let's see what happens if I do that. Yeah. Ah, boo. I'm doing it again. I've just spoken out publicly against my running around like an idiot and being a fool live and publicly on stream. And I'm doing it again. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. For goodness sake, scoundrel. The left! The left! The Estus. So, here we go. Time to gird my loins and screw my courage to the sticking post, if my Shakespearean quotations are good. Alright, I will go kill something. Yeah, the chat is quite distracting. It's not normally this lively. It's much more, normally, a collection of sage and wise Dark Souls voices. And my gurus, I call them. The angels of the chat stream. And they give me advice on how to complete the various difficult challenges that Dark Souls presents. But this has gone into a weird place. Something's happened tonight. Blah! Curse you, skillywag. Yes, this has gone to a weird place. The conversation has danced around some pretty dark topics. Topics that I feel would possibly be best to remain danced around and not danced into, or indeed dived into? Dove? Divin? Can't conjugate that. Okay, let's pretend I'm a programmer god. Here we go. My skills must be worthy of worship, for surely that is the only definition of a god that can mean anything. I'm not going to kill these guys, they're friendly. These chubby little priests. Portly priests. Here we go. Up and away! This time we can wait for the top. This lift needs some kind of music. Appropriate Dark Souls lift music. I'm not sure what lift music would sound like. Or elevator music, indeed, to any American ears listening. But you knew that. You knew that. You're all clued up on British culture, right? You know what I was saying. You're all like aware of the pants, underpants distinction, right? Oh, Liz. I often find it quite difficult to know when I'm being trolled. I have on a number of occasions responded very literally to trolling statements in my chat. I believe. One of the regulars professed very early on in his watching to being a troll. And there has been discussion as to if this is the case, because he has also given helpful advice and watched many streams, so that's good, right? That's a good thing. Undercrackers. What a wonderful euphemism for the garments closest to your genitals. Where to head? Somewhere with a little bit of meat on it, but nowhere too challenging. Don't want to get pummeled, not in front of all these people from the green stream. Gotta stop calling it the green stream, that's terribly uncool. Well, I mean, not that I'm trying to pretend I'm cool or anything. 00, internet hero, coming to give advice. Ooh, that's your little theme tune for the day. Just in case anyone's wondering why I started singing when he came into the chat, he is one of my longest running internet gurus I was talking about. A Dark Souls tutor par excellence. If you want the skinny on Dark Souls, tap him up for advice. Or well, maybe I shouldn't volunteer him for people coming up and asking him for advice. Maybe I should have asked his opinion on that first. Could have potentially spam bombed his internet. His internet? His email. Come on, you, stand up. Fight me. Fight. Fight. There we go. I should stop. I should put this shield away again. I was doing perfectly all right, double-handed. So many meanings could be placed on that statement, 00. But I will just be content to point that out and not dive into any of them. We have some new viewers, 0. I got retweeted by an illustrious internet figure, Jeff Green, master Dark Souls streamer and I believe erstwhile journalist. But do check his stream out. I know I've mentioned it before. I know I've said he's cool. But, you know, you might as well check it out. And all the people who've come from Jeff Green's stream are all sitting there chuckling and going, yeah, I know already, you don't need to tell me. I ain't no fool. My grey matter's churning. Oh wait, I killed that boss out here, didn't I? Then the only really sensible boss that I could take on right now is that guy behind the big door in the lava-y area who's got all the Cup demons. What are they called? Crastus demons? No, Crastus is in Game of Thrones. What is the name of that sort of skull-headed demon, 0? You always tell me. You always remind me when I forget. For some reason, I just can't remember its name. The experience of fighting it was so harrowing. Oh, hello. This guy hasn't even clocked I'm here. Boom! How'd you like them apples? What a ninny! What a nincompoop! What a fool! What a wally! Oh yeah, Chunky Nut's going to be ahead of the curve on me for playing any games, that's for sure. Because he plays a heap load more and is a lot better. Let's walk back to Lava Land and see what tickles. I think the Daughter of Chaos is the right place. Capra Demon! There's nothing like the realisation that slams into your chest when you walk out of Quilag's domain into the Lava Lands and discover that the normal monsters are Capra Demons and Taurus Demons. Otto0921! Good evening. Oh, I've been totally broadsided there by a new name in the chat, and one that I could conveniently pronounce very easily. Thank you, Otto. Much obliged. I feel comfortable with that that collection of letters in my mouth. I don't feel like I have to second guess myself on whether I've pronounced it right. Anyway, you join us, Otto. Currently, after an extended a very extended session of wandering back and forth with various da and going on, just as I pull my focus onto doing an actual thing in the game. The people on the stream have been very obliging. I've just sat here waffling on like an idiot for nearly an hour and they've let it happen. No one intervened. No one went, think of his dignity, we must stop him. They all just let it happen. So it carried on. And then someone said go fight something. And now I hurtle towards the first Capra with a hope in my heart about the size of a plank unit cube. A little sciencey joke for anyone there who likes a bit of science. Also, for anyone who likes a bit of science, now you may not have heard about this, but one of the things I do in my stream is called Microscopy Corner. And usually around the time I take a break, I stop the YouTube record, and just before I pop off for a little while to have a cigarette or a drink of water or whatnot, maybe a few biscuits, because you can't eat biscuits on stream, I get my microscope out and I have a look at a few items that I've pulled together from around my day-to-day surroundings, and the internet goes ooh and ah, and they love it. They love a bit of it. But yeah, it's called Microscopy Corner, and I hope you love it. You probably won't love it. You might go, oh, this is different. I'll watch it. Let's give it a tickle, see what happens. But no one's going to watch it and go, this is amazing! I have literally, whoa, just about to go into an extremely dark sexual place with a metaphor that shouldn't have ever come out of my mouth. Caught myself in a nick of time. Probably saved myself a lot of trouble. No problem, Sinister Elements. Everyone say bye-bye to Sinister Elements. He's the one who kindly provided all the music that I use on my stream. I don't play music over the stream because I'm not keen on that. I don't really like that when people do that. But I do, when I take my breaks, have a little showcase for his stuff. So, I mean, you don't have to hang around when I disappear, because, you know, that's not fair to make people on the internet, thousands possibly of miles away, sit at their computer screens, drumming their fingers, going, when is this fool coming back? When will you return, scoundrel? Oh, Christ, look at that. That was terrible. Anyway, yes, you hear his music. I've waffled on enough about that. Let's get this babble on stream. Let's talk about what's actually happening. Let's talk about the insane amount of time I am currently looking like I am intending to invest in firing arrows into Capra demons from a long way away. Doesn't it look like a lot of time to you guys? Should I run in? Colonoscopy corner? Oh my. If only I had the equipment and somebody else's bottom with which to do the colonoscopy, because quite frankly I'm pretty sure that a self-administered colonoscopy has the capacity to go very wrong. There's a quote for you. Put that on the cover of your magazines when you're talking about me and time. Oh, what a waste of an arrow. Now I look even more like a buffoon. Face them like a man. Well, the stream seems pretty unanimous. Do you doubt the quality of my testiculation? Oh, hang on a minute. There is one vital ingredient in combat that is often overlooked, and that is Estus. Estus! Roll for your life. Roll for your life! Oh, that's a good point. Anyone who has seen Army of Darkness, the excellent Bruce Campbell film, will have heard a skeleton whose lower half of his body has been destroyed, dragging himself along the floor, holding on to Bruce Campbell's heels, and threatening to cut his gizzard out, which, I would like to point out now, is an empty threat, because people don't have gizzards. It's exclusively the domain of lizards and birds. Thank you very much. That's a little bit of science-ish for you. The same kind of science-ish you get in Microscope Corner. It's not science. It's definitely not pseudoscience. It's science-ish. Come on then, one of you. I'm not going to fight 3 Capra demons at once. That kind of audacity would induce testicles the size of watermelons, and I don't have time for that kind of bow-legged gait in my day-to-day life. Come on. Come on. You and your desert-bleached skull. Ooh-yah! Oh, I staggered him. Nice. Lovely. Just realised this camera view is probably allowing you a terrible view of my mouth. You're probably all staring into my cavernous head thinking, what's with this guy? Why has he underlit himself and put the... Whoa, look at him. Look at him charging in like he's got no regrets. If I were you, sir, I would reappraise those regrets. Oh, get away, stop smack talking cat for demons. That's what you get for too much of this, not enough for this. We're trying. We're getting there. Actually, if I want to get to that boss, I've just remembered, I can bypass... Oh, goodness me. Oh, I want to access the bottomless box. I don't want to be a party pooper, but wouldn't a bottomless box be quite difficult to retrieve things from? Because as soon as you put anything into it, it would go into a permanent state of free fall away from you. I don't mind, as long as the internal logic is consistent. That's what's important, right? You can do any old crazy stuff in a game, as long as it's internally consistent. Right, where am I going? The Daughter of Chaos. Oh, that sounds about right. Less talking, more winning! That is exactly the formula that needs to be employed. However, I now find myself in a long, empty corridor, where less talking, I feel, would end up being inappropriate. Good Lord. 00 unpicks the mysteries of the universe like a goddamn pro. I would congratulate you for thinking outside the box, but very obviously you thought inside the box and came up with a spectacular solution to the problem. The backless wardrobe. Or closet, if you will. Oh no, you crawling fools, I'm not going to get too close to your wormy hides. Did you hear the disappointment in my voice there when I couldn't come up with a good word? I was going to say guts, but guts, I don't know, it's too obvious. And then you ended up hearing me go, hide? Don't grasp for words. Okay, we're moving. We're getting across the desert. Everybody's thinking, why doesn't he press the B button? Well, that's because he's an idiot. Hey, boy. I love your moves. And good night. What delightful fellas these are. Ah, and once I jump off the edge, rather than mucking around fighting those capras, there will be a nice little local base point bonfire for me to rest at. Here we go. Oh, just a little reminder, anyone who has strayed here from Jeff Green's stream and you like what you're seeing and or hearing, I mean, you don't have to like both, you could close your eyes or plug your ears to get maximal entertainment from the stream, but if you're liking it, please do follow. I would be most gratified if you did. In fact, it would induce an extremely pleasurable tingly feeling right down the core of my body. But not, importantly for dignity's sake, in the tender and not spoken of regions. There we go. Goodbye. Wobble off into the good night, my bulbous fire-breathing friend. Ah! No! No! That was punishment for shit talk. That's what you get for going and talking to the baddies. You're showing off. You're showing off, scoundrel, and it's crimping your game. Here we go. That rattled me a little bit. I cannot deny it. You want a bit of it, Taurus? Oh, I was a little bit too keen with that. Blah! Let's just do this slow plant. A quick slow plant. Face plant. I didn't want to do it too hard to leave a 5-fingered mark of shame on my forehead the next time I look in the mirror. But I wanted to do it enough to express the deep regret I felt. I felt? There we go. Oh, we've topped an hour of recording. It looks like a convenient point for me to take my legendary patented break. Oh, who has the audacity to go on Twitch and then demand that people sit there watching a title card listening to music? Well, I've got news to you people. That guy is me. It's a terrible burden to bear, but there needs to be someone with those kind of cojones. Uh-oh! Speaking of cojones, this guy's flinging his at mine. Retrieval! A little bit of dignity here. Let's get some dignity juice down the neck. I am going to cleave your dignity. Oh, no! Big talk from me of cleaving his dignity from his body. And he did the very same to me. Isn't that a tiny little bit of health? Luckily, from my previous outings down here, I have learned that if I stand here, he won't get me. So I can take advantage of these lovely golden Estus flasks, pour the lovely liquid down my neck, and trot back out there, ready to hack at his testicles like a maniac with a samurai sword. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, yes, 4. Sweet victory and sweet frame stutter. Anyway, yes, I was talking about a break, but we'll get up to that grey door. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, poo, I already killed that guy. Is there another boss down here? Don't tell me I'm running out of bosses. That sounds like pro gamer status. That sounds like I've transcended some kind of level. I've hit a higher plane. Perhaps my power levels are creeping close to 9,000. Oh, not actually, because I didn't notice those. Blah! Blah! Fire! There we go. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, this is where I started. This is where I started the stream. I've done a full circle and come straight back to where I was. Now, I believe it's time for someone in the stream chat to write a quick definition of the word dunderhead, including myself in that definition, and submit it to the Oxford English Dictionary, for it stands a significant chance of entry. Or, indeed, your local variant of the dictionary of choice, whatever it is. Revenge indeed. Revenge on the Taurus demon is sweet, if uncommented on at the time it happened, even though that little chat nugget was hanging there to be tugged at. Maybe I was just getting too focused, too in the game, too pro to look over to the chat and see what's being said. Probably not. Probably just me being a little bit out of it. Oopsie daisy. That looked pro. That was good. I steamed in. Chopped some heads up. Laid down some of the old smack. As you do. As one is wont to do. Now that's just back up to Queelag's domain. I've been there. What's down here? Oh, no more stairs. Pardon my hiccups. Oh, and that's just the way back down there. Pay attention, scoundrel. Where am I going? Nope, he's not coming after me. Just came up here. Maybe I need to go down. Up or down? Right, what bosses have I done? Let's reel out the boss list before I go on my little break, so everybody can have a little chin stroke and a head scratch and think what they should direct me towards. I have killed the Taurus demon, the damn it, I've forgotten the name of him again. Watch this. This is pro shit. This is how the pro streamers do it. We scroll back up and we take a look at when somebody mentioned the thing you were thinking of. Way too early. Way too early. Here we go. Capra Demon! There we go. Yeah, okay. Act like I didn't pause there. Act like nothing happened. This was all cool, right? It was pro. It was real good. Yeah, I've killed the Capra, I've killed the Taurus, I've killed Quelaag, I've killed Ornstein and Smaug, I've killed the Iron Golem, I have killed many in my quest for souls. No, I have killed the big wolf guy with the sword in his mouth, the sort of lava demon thing that pops out of the lava down here. I killed the gaping maw dragon. I killed the dragon on the bridge. Can you tell I didn't really take note of their names when I killed them? Who else have I killed? Oh, Zero, step in, please. You know some of the baddies. I killed the Iron Golem in the most amazing way I could have possibly hoped. He fell off the edge of his own platform. He tumbled off the edge like an idiot. And that video is on my YouTube stream, should anyone care to take a look. You're all more than welcome to. Well, don't feel compelled, because, you know, if there's any kind of compunction there, if I have to force you to do it, it's no good. It's like I'm some kind of crazy slave driver. That's terrible stuff. Right, this looks like a good place to take a break. No, I don't think I have any Lord Souls. Let's take a quick look at my stats and give everybody a little brief idea of where I am. Level 59, fairly good vitality and endurance. Put most of it into dex because I wanted to be a dex build. That turns out that you can't use as many weapons as all those cool buff strength guys. What a pity. And then you've seen those. What else can I show you before we go? Maybe some of my gear. Let's have a look at what I'm carrying. Havel's ring, the wolf ring. Quick look at the rings will give us a good idea of who I have and haven't killed. Havel's ring, steel protection, flamestone plate, blue tear stone, ring of rare sacrifice, the slumbering dragon crest ring, wolf ring, hawk ring, hornet ring, covenant of Artorias, cat covenant ring, ring of the evil eye, and that's it. How do you like them potatoes? Okay. If anyone can infer whom or who, whichever is the correct grammatical term, I have killed with that little list, then do so. Engage in deep knowledge dispensation. Right. Anywho, let's say goodbye to the YouTubers for now. Bye YouTube, see you in the next video. Have fun.